In this video, you are going to learn how to cast in situ terrazzo flooring from start to finish. In fact, the skills in the terrazzo flooring process that I'm about to show you will help you save a lot of time when casting terrazzo, build strong terrazzo floors, and also help you make accurate estimation for terrazzo flooring materials. You will know the different machines that we use when grinding terrazzo and also the different pads that we use during the grinding process. So be sure to watch this video till the end. Let's dive into these 10 easy steps for terrazzo flooring. The first step is to estimate the terrazzo flooring materials required for your floor, and we determine this by simply calculating the area of the floor. So for example, if the floor is 10 meters along this length and 6 meters along the width, the area of this floor is therefore 10 multiplied by 6, which gives us 60 meters squared. The number of bags of terrazzo aggregates or stones required will be equal to floor area divided by 2, whereas bags of cement required will be equal to floor area divided by 4. Therefore, for our case here, we need 60 divided by 2, which gives us 30 bags of aggregates or stones, and 60 divided by 4, which gives us 15 bags of cement. When you have a 100 square meter floor, you need 100 divided by 2, which gives you 50 bags of terrazzo aggregates or stones and 25 bags of cement. As simple as that. This is a proven accurate formula for estimation of terrazzo flooring materials. In fact, it has been tested on a number of construction projects and it has worked out very accurate and perfectly. The second step is mixing terrazzo aggregates or stones with cement. The general mixing ratio here is 1 to 1.5. That is 1 part of cement and 1.5 aggregates. We normally mix 1 bag of cement with 1.5 flat wheelbarrows of aggregates, or mix with 3 basins of aggregates or stones with 1 bag of cement, and later mix with water. You may add an oxide of your favorite color at this stage in the mix. For example, if you want your floor to look like this, simply add a red oxide in the mix at this stage. If you want your floor to be black in color, simply add a black oxide at this stage in the mix. In other words, you add an oxide of the color you want your floor to look like at this stage in the mix. You can clearly tell even in a finished floor that this was either white cement used or ordinary cement, because a floor where white cement was used glitters, whereas ordinary cement is dull in color. Use either ordinary cement or white cement depending on the work that you are going to do. If we are focusing on strength or taking strength as priority, use ordinary cement. For example, when doing terrazzo flooring for a busy shopping mall or arcade, or areas exposed to harsh environmental conditions, use ordinary cement. Then if the priority is design and creating something appealing to the eye, use white cement in the mix. In summary, ordinary cement is aimed at strength, whereas white cement is aimed at having a smooth glittering surface finish. During the mixing process, these terrazzo aggregates or stones come in a single color pack or bag, so we have to mix different bags of aggregates to come up with a favorite or desirable color. For example, this was maroon color or brown, this was black, and this was white color. So we mixed these 3 different colors to come up with this favorite color. After mixing to your favorite colors, add cement and mix thoroughly. The third step is to install divider strips into the floor. The spacing between the strips should not exceed 2 meters, and also install strips to demarcate different color designs. There are a number of strip colors, but the most common strips are black and white in color. A strip looks like this. This is the upper part and this is the lower part. This mid-row line marks the existing floor level. The lower side goes into the floor, that is below the floor level, whereas this upper side remains floating above the floor level to give the gauge for casting terrazzo. These strips help to stop emerging cracks in the floor. For example, when a crack starts from here, as it extends to this direction, the crack meets this strip here and it stops here. That is the main purpose for these strips. After fixing all the strips, use a soft brush to clean all areas before casting terrazzo. This brush is crucial because it helps to spread evenly the surface when the mix is still wet, so that the top surface will be relatively flat on drying, hence making the grinding process so easy. Always use that brush. The fourth step is to fix temporary beading sticks onto the walls. These are beading sticks. Their main use is to demarcate a straight line where the skirting stops. So for example, if the skirting stops here at 150 mm from the floor, we fix this beading stick to this level to act as a guide to a straight line for the terrazzo skirting. After the whole process of casting and grinding, these sticks are removed. The fifth step is casting terrazzo. Pour water first on the floor, then pour this mixture on the well-prepared surface. When casting terrazzo on walls or skirtings, water has to be minimal, whereas when casting on floors, water has to be more, so that cement in the mix amalgamates the upper part with the existing lower part. Apply or compact with a roller at this stage. The roller has to be rinsed so often while sprinkling with water. Add extra effort on the roller. It is advised to fill with stones on sunk parts, then use a soft brush to spread the surface evenly before it dries. After casting terrazzo, wait for at least 7 days before the grinding process. The standard should be 14 days. The sixth step is the grinding process. We do grinding either using this terrazzo grinding machine or this hand angle grinder. We do grinding in 8 phases and we use a different pad at each phase. Let's first talk about each pad. This is a diamond wheel which is used only in the first phase. This is its front side and this is its back side. It can be removed or refixed to this angle grinder using this screwdriver. The first phase under the grinding process is using the diamond stone or this diamond wheel. It's called diamond because this surface covering has a real diamond coat here. When using a machine like this one, we use a diamond stone for grinding, then for the angle grinder we use this diamond wheel in the first phase. We stop at this stage when grinding for staircases in very busy places and access ramps because we don't want people to fall due to a smooth sliding terrazzo floor. Clean with water to remove dust before proceeding to the next phases. During the grinding process, we use a diamond wheel and a range of pads, including pad 30 as it's written here, pad 50, pad 100, pad 200, pad 300, 1000, among others. Generally, at this grinding process, we mainly need these 10 tools. 1. A grinding machine. 2. We need polish to make the smooth surface at the end of the work. 3. We need pads as I've explained them before. 4. We need a brush to clean the surface always. We need a pad holder, a wheelbarrow to transport material from one place to another within the site, a spade, source of power, for example hydroelectricity or a generator. For our case, in case of power shortages, we normally use this King Max KM 5500 DX gasoline generator when we work in areas with power shortages. 9. We need a wire to transfer power from the electric source to the grinder, and also a bulb to provide light when working in late hours. Number 10. We need a baby grinder to be able to smoothen surfaces in crucial areas where the bigger grinder cannot reach. I will leave the link in the description box to buy all these products in case you need them. The second phase is grinding using pad 30 to receive filler, complying with the color used and leave it to dry. We apply filler on spots or holes where the terrazzo flooring stones are not spread properly. At this stage, the floor is a bit smooth, and from the sound of the grinder, you can literally hear the difference in sound between the diamond that was in the first phase and pad 30 in the second phase of grinding. The third phase is grinding using pad 50. And by the way, here is how we change from one pad to another. Let's say you are changing from pad 50 to pad 100. Remove this pad 50 like this, then fix the next pad you want. Hit it to make sure it fits properly. Power the grinder and do the grinding process. The fourth phase is to run pad 100 followed by 150. At this fourth phase, if you are not considering something luxurious, you can wash with clean water and apply premium self-shine polish and then submit your work. The main purpose for this polish is to make the floor shine and also make it easy to clean. In phase 5, we use one of the two pads, either pad 200 inches or pad 300 inches. Wash the floor with water and then apply pad 400. In phase 6, we apply pad 500 or 600. At this stage, wash with clean water, leave the floor to dry and apply premium polish. If you are considering something smarter and more luxurious, we go to phase 7. Phase 7 involves running pad 800 followed by pad 1000 followed by pad 1500. At this stage, clean the floor with water and leave the floor to dry, then smear the floor with bathing polish. Phase 8. Run the final pad 3000 to compress the bathing polish that has been applied in phase 7 so as to have a glittering mirror-like floor. In summary, when grinding, you apply either the diamond wheel or the diamond stone, run pad 30 inches, run pad 50 inches, run pad 100, run pad 150, run pad 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 800, 1000, 1500, and remove bathing with pad 3000 inches. Before applying the final bathing polish, you first wash the floor with water and let the floor to dry. At this stage, the surface is a bit rough, therefore you can either stop here if you are considering grinding staircases for busy shopping malls or arcades, access ramps, or any other places prone to sliding because you don't want people to fall due to a very smooth terrazzo flooring floor finish. You can also stop at this stage and smear the floor with polish. If you are considering something smarter, proceed to pad 800 up to pad 1500, apply polish, then finally pad 3000 inches. That's all for today. If you have any questions about terrazzo flooring, be sure to write them down in the comment section. I will answer all your questions immediately. If you found the information in this video helpful to you, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate. If you are interested in more terrazzo videos, watch this video also on the right about the costs incurred when casting terrazzo from start to finish. It fully explains the costs you incur when casting terrazzo. Thank you so much for watching.